Howdy, y'all. The first chapter of my fantasy novel, Guardian of Innocence, is now available for free. Click the link in the description below and join me in an old-school good versus evil story where Cole Lares, a disillusioned mercenary, suddenly finds himself dropped into the middle of a destiny he never asked for as the protector of Jania Sarai, a blacksmith's daughter who may hold the answers to finally stopping a millennia-old threat to the world of Rosetta. Cole's perceptions of love, family, trust, loyalty, as well as his very beliefs in fate versus free will shall be tested as he struggles to keep Jania safe from the minions of the dreaded Zabor Tal, former champion of the gods and now ruler of the long-forgotten Yis Empire. Click the link below, enjoy the first chapter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and help it grow so that I can bring you the full story in the near future. Thank you, and enjoy the video. Howdy, all. I am Adam the Renaissance Nerd, and lo and behold, Wheel of Time on Amazon, or we call it Amazon's Wheel of Time, Rafe Judkins' Wheel of Time, because it sure as hell ain't Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time. It has now been given a third season while they're in production of season 2. This show is an atrocity, an abomination. It's terrible, it's horrible. Choose an adjective, and you'll have how horrible it is. Because what happened? Season 1, right from the very beginning, the first 30 seconds, they began to butcher the lore. And for 8 episodes, they destroyed characters. They changed characters. They race-swapped characters. They changed origin stories. They altered character arcs altogether, completely removed things, took things out, and replaced them with events that never even happened, all to push agenda. That's what this show is. This show is nothing but a vehicle for the woke SJW intersectional feminist virtue signaling agenda. That's what it's for. Because Robert Jordan's story, while having progressive traits and having a fair and balanced portrayal of strong women and strong men and classical themes of overreaching government, dictatorial regimes, power, greed, jealousy, that existed in the book, but they take it and they warp it and they twist it into an agenda narrative that is just covered in woke SJW putrid sauce that sours the entire story. Like this dumb son of a bitch right here, Lon. This is not Lon Almandragoran. This is a soy boy who cries at funerals, who smiles when he shouldn't be. This is not Lon. Rand is not Rand. Egwene is not Egwene. Nynaeve is not Nynaeve. And Loial looks like something out of a bad cosplay convention. This is not Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because all it is, as I said, it's all about agenda. What they're going to do with season 2, who knows? They're completely off book. As I said, they've butchered every single storyline, destroyed Matt's storyline, gave part of it to Perrin now, gave all the cool moments that Rand did in that book, they gave it to the Whammon. Egwene isn't Egwene. Nynaeve is a bitch on wheels without the heart and soul that we know she has in the books. And as I said, Lon, he's basically a soy boy. He's a soy boy. People are sexuality swapped all over the place. People are effing like a CW show in hallways and bedrooms and kitchens on tables where people eat and make food. This is not Wheel of Time. They don't care. Executives obviously don't care because they believe nonsense like this. They believe when the Wheel of Time received an early renewal ahead of the first season delayed near, production season 2 began. So they do that. They start it before the news comes in. But even when the news comes in, they believe this stuff. Although some readers have objected to the changes made in the Wheel of Time in its adaptation. Oh, so those of us who are conscientious objectors, conscientious objectors, people who have broken from the shill channel, the shill website dogma, the propaganda of how great it is. Oh, the changes are necessary because it has to be shrunk to adapt. No, the changes are unnecessary. And that argument flies out the window when you say you have to condense it only to add episode after episode of events that never happened in the books, all to get to the point where you can have Maureen and Swan Sean say, fucking scissor. That's all that entire episode 6 was. One giant move to get them to be gay. That's all it was. That's all it was. And if you don't believe that, cognitive dissonance. You're convincing yourself otherwise, or you are a woke SJW artard. But they want to relegate people who objected to it, who have railed against it, to just some readers. No, we're the people who actually like the book, who know the book, enjoy it. We are not cognitive dissonance stands who are preaching, it's so great, you had to do it. I like the changes. They make sense. No, they don't make sense. If they made sense, it wouldn't have dropped from 86% to 64% since November by audience score. We don't count the critic score because they love the agenda. They're all over the agenda. It's a woke, intersectional, wet dream for them. They love it. But audiences continually dropped off, and it's only stabilized at 64% because it's now in the past. We're 2 months removed since the season finale. When season 2 happens, watch that score plummet even farther. That popcorn bin is going to tip over because, as I said, season 2, they're off book. They're completely off book. Every single storyline is not what really happened in The Great Hunt, book 2 of The Wheel of Time. So it's going to be rejected. They say they have to do this and that so that it's easily acceptable for the uninitiated, for the normies. No, things are timeless for a reason. They don't need to be changed drastically. So what are we going to, I mean, what else do they have to do? What else are they going to do? Who knows? It's going to be, this is a train wreck. Now, I'm both angry and sad and happy because on the one side, all I want is to enjoy something. I don't want to be negative. I don't enjoy making a negative video like this. I enjoy doing what I did last night on OBG70's channel, where Mike and I talked about The Fifth Element and what a glorious movie it was. And the week before, where we talked about how great Stargate SG-1 was. And we'll keep doing that every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, Saturday night sci-fi, where we just geek out over great sci-fi content. That's what we really want to do. We don't want to hate this, but they make us hate it. They force us to hate it. One, by creating it like this in general and spitting in our eye as a fan. And two, then calling us names and sending out the stands to attack us. Because it's the stands that come after us. We don't go looking for their places wherever they congregate. They come to us and attack us and denigrate us for telling the truth, for talking truth, facts, and logic about how horrible this is. This blows my mind, but the executives just buy this fake news. They buy this false narrative written by false dragons. They want to pretend everything's hunky-dory. Well, watch the ratings continue to plummet. They want to claim that, oh, it topped Nielsen charts. What, your billions of minutes watched that you convolute and twist to make some sort of statement about this and that? That's meaningless drivel. They know it. We know it. The stands pretend not to know it because, again, they suffer from cognitive dissonance. They know it's bad, but they do everything possible to convince themselves everything's all right. Like I said, but I'm angry, sad, but I'm happy also because I'm guaranteed at certain parts of the year, I'm guaranteed content for the next 2 years. Guaranteed content. I will cover season 2. I will cover season 3. I don't want to, but I will. I will suffer for your entertainment. All right, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be appreciated. If you're new here, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, where I hope to earn your trust and support by presenting you with facts and logic. And I'm not here to be everybody's friend. So you have a problem with that? The facts don't care about your fee-fees. Hit the notification button, and by all means, leave a real comment. You don't have to agree with every word I've said. You can have a different opinion. I can have a different opinion. As normal people, we can still find common ground and probably get along because that's what normal people do. We are not stans. We are not SJWs who, everybody say it with me, are cowards behind keyboards. I don't care what they think. I will never care what they think, despite the fact that they want me so desperately to care about what they are rambling on in one way or another. We ignore them. If we don't pay attention to them, they will go away. They will lose their power. And the world is starting to figure that out. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everyone. I don't do Facebook. I will never do Twitter. If you want to reach out to me, email me at therennerd@gmail.com. I'm on Getter now, at therennerd, the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can also follow me on Odyssey at the Renaissance Nerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.